Quality matters. You've all gone through the paleo lecture. We've talked about why the paleo diet works so well for us. All right. But when you're going through the rest of the 3 months, we want you to think about, first and foremost, is the quality of the food choices you're picking. All right. So when you're going out places, that should be top of mind. All right. We've broken everything down into kind of your main macronutrients. So we have fruit and veggies, we have meat, we have fish, eggs, we have all these different subsets. And we explain about the quality of those foods and where you can kind of go and find those. So you shouldn't have to worry about, all right, grass-fed beef, but where do I go get it? All of that's in here. All right. We also, if you kind of flip through, you'll see we have a couple areas where we have some little news flash items. They're just kind of scattered in there. Just little nuggets of wisdom for you guys to kind of go through. Some of the stuff you already know. We've hopefully done a good enough job to explain to you guys that fat doesn't make you fat. All right. Everyone already knows that here, or has heard that before. These are all good foods for you. Everything here shouldn't have a nutrition label on it. It shouldn't have a bunch of ingredients you've never heard before or can't pronounce. All right. As long as you eat real food, you won't have a problem. So don't worry about the fat content in food you're eating. Don't worry about saturated fat. All right. All the things you've heard about clogging your arteries with fat and grease. It's all honestly a bunch of food. So you've committed to 3 months of this. All right, you're going to see the results. You're going to see the changes if you stick to doing CrossFit 2, 3, 4 times a week and sticking to real food. You should be fairly regular as a timing throughout the day. You should generally happen at the same time every day. And if for whatever reason there's like 2 days or 3 days where you go by and you're not traveling, stress will affect it. So, but we got 3 months to really learn about our bodies and get into and kind of listening to what our bodies are telling us. Every day you guys are experiencing symptoms of your body's telling you things, and this is going to be a good time for you guys to learn what your body's trying to tell you. So pay attention to that kind of stuff so you can identify, man, I have a little bit of stress. I really ate hardly any vegetables that day. Or those 2 days in a row. Start to identify those things so you can track back and see what has happened and why, cause some, create some causality there. All right.
Can you explain full fat?
Yeah, if you're gonna have like a ranch, be careful with salad dressings because a lot of them now, unfortunately, they've added high fructose corn syrup and other things to them, like corn products. So you can find like natural ranches that are look for full fat. If anything you buy says light on it, don't buy anything that says light on it. First off, you want the full fat version. When you remove fat, there's processing involved, and that processing involves adding sugar to replace the flavor, the natural flavor from the fat. All right, so you want to be eating the full fat version of everything. All right, because the skin, the light, all that stuff, it's just been replaced with sugar. And even if it says 0 sugar, that's a lie. They're just getting around the term sugar, but there's sugars in there, whether they're, the actual white sugar or like some type of maltodextrin, some other type of artificial food.
Fake sugar, they don't require to list it on the fat.
Isn't that convenient?
So you can say 0 sugar, 0 sugar. 0 calories.
If it had 0 sugar, it would taste like water, right? So you all are smart enough to realize that there's something in there, right?
So what can you drink other than
coffee? Black coffee, some green tea, black tea, yeah.
No Gatorade?
No Gatorade.
No Propel.
You can, I would stay away from any like juice that you just buy from like a company. You go to like Whole Foods and it's like the whole orange or it's freshly squeezed, something like that. But even then, when you juice any fruit, you are removing the fiber and you are just getting the fructose and the sugars. All right. So the fiber is what actually protects your body from all that fructose that hits your system. So That's why juices are really no better than Coke. I would just highly recommend using the fruit. Good question.
Why do you have dairy?
So, most everyone has some form of lactose intolerance at some point. And that's mainly because we've been drinking homogenized pasteurized milk, so all the good live organisms that are normally in the milk are being killed, and your body kind of has an immune response to that stuff floating around in there. And any type of immune response that your body has is going to cause inflammation. And inflammation is in turn going to limit kind of your progress as far as losing weight.
Well, I went through a phase where you had dairy, right?
Yeah.
Growing. We're all adults now.
What about
Why would you
getting
drink another
calcium?
animal's milk?
You get it from
What?
calcium.
Calcium?
Yeah.
So a lot of vegetables have a lot of calcium, yeah, and the same thing with fruit too. Yeah. The milk industry has done a really good job of making it seem like you don't drink milk, there's no way you can't get the calcium from anything else. And that's not true. The same thing with fiber, you know, like gotta eat your whole grains for fiber, when pound for pound fruit and vegetables have so much more fiber than whole grains, and it's silly to even think that you need to supplement your whole grains.
It's like a pound of vegetables, like the fiber content's like 4 or 5 pounds of grain. And all the fiber is shit.
It's ridiculous how much. So
You're going to want a calcium from beef, veggies,
Yeah.
something like that. The issue about calcium is being leached from your system by lactose. And when you're putting on grains, you actually use them for more.
that's a really good point. Like a lot of people are deficient in various nutrients, not because they're not eating enough of the things that give them those nutrients, but because they're eating certain things in their diet that rob their body of actually ever receiving those nutrients. So a lot of people who are calcium deficient, what are some vitamin D, zinc, magnesium, a lot of those things are leached from the body or don't make it through the gut because of lectins and other toxins from beans, legumes, stuff like that. Grains.
So are we going no alcohol for 90 days? Is that the goal?
So the goal is to try to limit your alcohol consumption quite considerably. Obviously, if we're not telling you like not to celebrate your best friend's birthday or anniversary or whatever. Like, you know, this diet should aid in like the quality of your life and overall health. And there are going to be times in the next 3 months where you want to celebrate a little, and that's fine. But when you're choosing your alcohol, try to choose something as, you know, not processed. Just try to drink tequila. Tequila is good. A gluten-free beer is better. I mean, I'm trying to give you options that are better than just, you know, your Miller Lite. But just try to limit it. You know, red wine every once in a while is cool too. Yeah.